What's going on, everybody? Joshua Cook, VYPE Media, now joined by the playoff-bound head coach, Tim Finn of the Baytown Lee Ganders, first-time coach since 2009 that Baytown Lee will get to print off those playoff T-shirts, which I know they're probably all excited about to get ready to design those down there in Baytown.
Hey, absolutely, and I'm not responsible that all of that drought, only the last 3 years. So of that playoff drought. But anyway, we're really excited as a staff, as a school district, community, team. Everybody's really excited about it.
When we talked before the season, you had mentioned that you felt like this senior group, that when they came in the doors, that this was the group that you looked at them, you sat them down in that field house and said, hey, we want to be up on that wall. Because not many people know, on y'all's wall shows all the accomplishments of Baytown Lee football, all the times they made the playoffs, by district, all the way to state, all that stuff. And they wanted to be on that wall. So now that class of 2020 gets to be on that wall. Just what does that mean for this senior class to get to go paint that 2020 up on the wall?
Well, I think that's number one, a goal we had in a sense of accomplishment, and unfinished business was our motto for the year. Because last year we wanted, if we wanted to get, we really set our goal out last year to get on that wall. We felt like we were good enough. We had the personnel to get it done last year, and between injuries and to me, injuries, bad luck, couple of things there, we weren't able to get it done. So that's why we came into this year with that unfinished business, because we felt like she got done last year. Didn't quite get it. Things didn't fall our way. And for them to accomplish it this year when it's their last straw, we had some good seniors last year, but not a lot of them. So the juniors kind of had to carry a lot of the load last year. And then to be able to, and not getting it done meant there's only one more chance, fellas, So I'm really happy for that group, because we told them when they came in, and, freshmen don't know what you're talking about. But they remembered, they didn't know what we were talking about then, but they know it this year, that it's time. And they got it done with a game left.
Yeah, you mentioned that you defeat Beaumont United last week, which clinches the playoff berth. You have an open week this week, which must be nice because it is Thanksgiving week, so the guys can enjoy themselves, and then you get one more game. What was the locker room like after that Beaumont United win, and you get to go in there and say, hey, we're going to the playoffs. It's over. We're clinched. We're good to go.
It was, it was exciting. It was a lot of fun. It was just nice to see the kids, and really the kids and the coaches, to be able to kind of semi let their guard down, because it's been a push for 2 years now, trying to get to that point.
And so talk about.
So it was fun. I mean, they're celebrating, taking, the selfie thing. They're taking selfies. They're, and this group is doing it. This group is doing it. We had the pancake chains out. They were passing those around. I don't know if you know anything about our pancake. A lot of people have a turnover chain. We have it started with our old lineman, a pancake chain, but we've kind of used it for any big play that anybody makes. They like to go grab the pancake chain and throw it on. And it's pretty cool. Our team mom and Coach Alvarez is one of our O-line coaches, and his wife is a team mom, and she designed these pancake chains, which are awesome. So it's an O-line thing. So we pass it around, and it was fun after the game. Just celebrate.
As when you're in year 4 at this program, and a lot of coaches will say that's when you feel like your program takes hold and things like that. What's it like to have in this year 4, you get back in the playoffs, and I mean, what does this do for the younger guys that are coming up through the program just to see this all happen in year 4 for your coaching staff?
Well, number one, I got to compliment the coaching staff, because when I came here 4 years ago, there wasn't too many people that wanted to come to Lee High School, it was a slow process to get it done, but the coaching staff I have in place now I'll put it up against anybody. So that's been big. Is getting the right people in place to coach the kids in the positions. And it's a place that kids want to come now rather than the place everyone avoided. I think that's what this staff and group of kids has done is we got some kids that want to be league-anders again, which is huge.
Yeah, and let's talk about some of the guys that have helped get this program back into the playoffs. And I mean, the one guy that we always talk about is Kiki Davis, over 1,000 yards of total offense this year, 589 rushing, through over 300 receiving, some kick return, punt return. I mean, and I know he was one of the big guys that got hurt last year in the middle of the season. What has it been like to have him for a full year now?
Well, where did I put it? We just got the updated. I'm happy to share this. We just got the updated district stats,
Oh, okay.
and Kiki Davis is now, just so I'm giving you up to the minute accurate information, he is now the leading rusher in the district with he's 43 yards from a 1,000-yard season.
Okay.
So he's got 957 yards rushing, and he is number 3 in receiving with 28 catches for 378 yards, a 13-yard average on receiving. So the guy can, and included in that is 14 touchdowns, and that's in 8 games. So he's just what we build. He's definitely the centerpiece of our offense. And he makes, but our guys complement each other so well. Our quarterback has been awesome. Christian Oligi,
Yes.
has been awesome. And then the receivers, the 2 Boston brothers and Trudell Berry, between the 4 guys catching the ball and having to defend Kiki running it and Oligi running it, I mean, it's the complementary thing that they make each other better. But Kiki is definitely the centerpiece that makes them defend the whole field. And if they defend just Kiki, we're going to hurt them with throwing the football as Oligi has done. So
Oligi has been impressive this year. We've seen him on film a few times. And of course, y'all's games being broadcast on VYPE Live. We've gotten to watch some of those games, and he can air it out, and that's what makes your offense so dangerous. Is if you want to load the box against Kiki Davis, okay, good luck because we got Christian Oligi back there throwing it.
Yeah, there's no doubt. You hit the nail on the head, and that's what I mean by they complement each other so well. And if you want to defend this guy, then you got to take it. And anybody that knows football, if you're going to take this away, something else has got to be sacrificed. And that's what we've been in our coaching staff and kids have done a great job of. Is when they take this away, they're going to hurt you over here with this. So our receivers, I read off Kiki's receiving stats. Oligi is the number 1 passer in the district.
Mm-hmm.
So he's thrown for 1,700 yards, but also right behind Kiki in the receiving is Adrian Boston, Trudell Berry, and Ja'Cory Boston. So we got 4 receivers out of the top 8 in the district in receiving. So that's why it's we're a tough matchup, I think, for a lot of people offensively. And our defense has been improving.
And talk about defense. I mean, you don't win all these games without your defense doing their job. What have you liked about their improvement over the season?
Well, I think the biggest thing that hurt us 2 games in a row there was just we couldn't stay healthy. We had a lot of people starting in positions that they hadn't played before. Port Arthur was one of those nightmare defensive nights where we had guys that didn't practice that position having to go into play. They were DBs, but they weren't necessarily the strong safety.
Yeah.
And then defensive line, 3 of our starters were out either before the game or during the game. So we're throwing and so we got shredded there 2 weeks in a row with just because of health and lacking the people in those spots. If we have a week to prepare the guys, I thought the defense did an awesome job out at Unite out in Beaumont. 7-0 at halftime against a team with some very explosive players, and it's 7-0 us at halftime, and they really played an I told them Saturday or Friday, I guess we had them in because we played Thursday night. It was really nice turning on a video and seeing a defense that is starting to understand where to fit. It's 11 guys playing together, not one guy playing as 11 individuals. We started playing as a unit.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what that was a big difference. But it's also got to do with kids getting comfortable in the position that they have been moved to because of our next man up, forced into a next man up mentality. So.
And as you look towards the rest of the regular season, of course, you get this week off, but then the week after, that's the big one. At least in Baytown, this is the big one. It's Baytown Lee versus Baytown Sterling. The epic rivalry in Baytown is back. Are you glad you get a week between Beaumont United and the Baytown Sterling game, just because how big that game is for the community?
Well, I think a lot of people, love this matchup. I've never been a part of it before, but I was part of other rivalries like Tech City, Lamar, Wharton, El Campo, and prior to that in Abilene, where you got schools that are playing one another. It's really neat for the community, but all we're worried about is, my part. Everybody else can enjoy all the festivities that go along. Our part is getting these kids ready to win a football game that means a lot in the standings and in the matchups to come in the playoffs. So everybody else gets to enjoy that. We've got to keep the kids focused and the staff focused to get a game plan ready to go. I would probably, if it wasn't getting a couple guys back, I'd rather just keep playing, honestly, but it is Thanksgiving week. So as far as a good week for the open week to fall, this is a good week. But with great momentum come off last week, I wouldn't mind just going through and playing. But we'll make the most of it and get healthy. Hopefully we'll get a couple guys healthy.
And you mentioned this will be the first time you've coached in this Baytown Lee Sterling rivalry, because this rivalry went away for a few years because of the fact that, Sterling, I think Sterling went up to 6A for a couple of rotations, and they just didn't play each other. Now it's back. But you mentioned you've been in big rivalries before. How do you kind of keep these kids, especially them, focused on what they need? Because, with social media and everything, there's going to be a lot of chatter about this game. It's going to be a big game. How do you kind of keep them focused on what they're supposed to do?
Well, I guess you would say I'm not pregame speeches. I like giving the Monday prior to the game, not the night of the game. We have to stress to them, and we call it sharpening the axe. You got to prepare to win a game. Give us the Monday through Thursday to get you ready to play, and then you go out and execute. So I think our big thing is getting our axe sharpened during this lead-up time, and our job is to win the game. So our side of town gets to do the celebrating and have so they gotta do their job of staying focused, getting ready for the game, and executing. Leave all the trash talking to the people up in the stand. We want to win the execution, not the trash talking in the pregame, And so, like you said, the social media, it's hard to lay off of that, but that's what we talk about with our kids. Don't lay out any ammo for anyone else. Just take care of your business, do your job, and then you got a year to do the talking after that.
Hey, it's 2 weeks until the game. I'm fired up. I'm ready to go watch this game. I'm ready to go watch this game because VYPE Live will be out there broadcasting the game. We're getting ready to set up a big pregame show as well for that. So that will be Baytown Lee's regular season finale against Baytown Sterling, and Baytown Lee's already taking care of business as they are heading to the playoffs for the first time since 2009. Coach Finn, congratulations to you and your coaching staff, your kids, for making it into the 2020 playoffs. We can't wait to see what y'all can do, and we can't wait to see y'all take on Baytown Sterling in 2 weeks. I know y'all are ready to go.
Well, obviously it's been a long time coming, but we're back.
We will finish it on that.